Thank you for volunteering to participate in our Queen Survey. You're helping us collect data about one of the most important times in the bumblebee life cycle, and also the least well understood. So there are two different kinds of data that we're hoping to get from the Spring Queen Survey. And the first is information on nest hunting queens, or ones that have recently come out of hibernation and are looking for new nest sites. And then the second kind of data that we'd like you to help us collect is to do 15-minute timed observations of patches of flowers. And it's completely up to you if you collect one or the other or both kinds of data for us. I just want to give you an overview of how to collect each kind of data so that you can if you'd like to. So in this first part, I'll walk you through how to collect data for the Nest Hunting Queen Survey. What you see on my screen in front of you is the data sheet for recording your responses for the Nest Hunting Queen Survey. But I'll just remind you of the guidelines for when and where you can collect data on that. So it's best to collect data on queens when the weather is over 65 degrees Fahrenheit, preferably even warmer than that, and when there's little wind. So on calm, warm, sunny days is when you'll see the most queens out. You're likely to see queens in wooded edges or in forests, along stream sides, even in your backyard investigating vegetative debris. So this part of the survey, the Nest Hunting Queen Survey, can be done wherever you are and incorporated into your daily walking or outdoor routines. So this is just whenever you see a nest hunting queen, if you could pay attention to a few things about the habitat around it and identify the queen, then you can report this data to us. So I'm going to give you a sample of how to report the data. I was out yesterday on April 23rd hiking through the woods at Hiram College. So I'm going to show you what that looks like as I report my observation of a nest hunting queen that I saw. So here I am on the OSU Bee Lab Bumblebee website, and embedded in the instructions, there's a PDF, and there's a link in here for the Google Forms page that I was just on where I can report the data. Okay, so now we're good to go. So I'll enter my email address. And I saw this bee on the 23rd of April, 2018. Oops. I observed it at 3:30 in the afternoon when the weather was 70 degrees Fahrenheit and clear and sunny. For location, I'm going to look up the GPS coordinates of exactly where I saw this bee and copy paste those into the data sheet from Google Maps. And I saw a Bombus impatiens queen. I observed her for less than 30 seconds before she flew off, and she was disappearing down small cracks in the ground and looking for nest sites. She was not carrying pollen. That's the next question. And then her habitat type, I was in a forest. And then you have the option to mark the habitat features that were immediately around where she was nest hunting. So I noticed that there was dense leaf litter and fallen logs in the immediate area where she was, and not a lot of flowers though. There was nothing in bloom. I did not send a photo of this one because it's a Bombus impatiens and I was confident in my identification. And then the last two questions on the Queen Survey, on the Nest Hunting Queen Survey questionnaire, are the total amount of time that you spent walking that day in a similar habitat or the total amount of time you spent outside in that habitat. So I went for an hour and a half long hike, so I'll put 90 minutes. And in total, I saw 3 queens that day. So I entered 3 as the total number of queens, not this queen, but the total number that I saw on my hike that day. And then I'll go ahead and submit that. Great, easy, right? Not too bad. So all you need out in the field is possibly your camera to snap a picture of that queen. And I carried a small notebook with me where I jotted down notes about how long I'd observed each queen and the specific habitat around where I observed her. So happy hunting. That's it for the nest hunting queen survey. Good luck.